Gee. Here we go. Here we go. Right, where will we go first? Try this house back here. Loads of people's been playing Fortnite recently again since Simpsons has come in, so everybody's got the Fortnite bug again, myself included. I only got the battle pass yesterday. I got enough V-Bucks, so I'm gonna be Ned Philanders for a while. I don't think anyone followed us to here. If you want the just behind us. Right, let's get our brandies first for anything. Now we're ready. Level up. Visit a named location, we'll do that in a second. I'll have to get up these. See if there's anything up the stairs. Oh, nice. Always better to have the silencer. Harder for people to know where you're shooting from. Even better. Get a blue one. So I haven't done too bad there. So what we'll do is get this fish in this. And let's go. Now to find the textbooks. This is the last one. Hard to find ammo. It's really hard to find ammo this time in this game. So, and again we just keep. I think we're doing okay. Maybe should start to collect medical kits rather than just trying to lift all the ammo I can see, because this will probably draw attention to ourselves, but we'll get ourselves into the next circle anyway. Donut storm. see. And the last 10, not bad. So far, so good for game one. Oh no. Good lad. Hey Finley. Loving the flag, mate. Loving the flag. We're into the last 6 here, but... Oh shit. I'm in trouble. No! I should have kept crouching. Have you been watching, Finley, or have you been playing much of the Fortnite with the Simpsons update? Portadown, happy days, mate. That's not too far up the road. Hi, well, it's like it's a Fortnite game, but it's a Simpsons hi with the Ulster Bear, mate. You take your Rangers man, Finley, like myself, buddy. I don't know if you've also, we're on the Hands Across the Water. I mean, I'm part of that Hands Across the Water 1872 as well. If you, we do videos on Monday night. Basically, it's the only the only Rangers podcast that's based here in Northern Ireland, mate. So I think the channel commented on the stream. So if you want to follow that as well, mate, you're more than welcome. Yeah, I mean, you know yourself, Nate. Under Martin, it was a disaster, man. Absolute disaster. We're going absolutely nowhere. That's where we're. But Danny Rose seems to be a lot better. Though not playing well in Europe, but the team's not great, mate. But he's done well in the league. 3 wins in a row. It's been a long time since we've been able to say we've had that. So, happy enough, mate. I think he'll be alright, but still worried because if Kevin Thelwell's still making the decisions, if he's still the man that's bringing the players in, that's the only thing that would scare me, mate, you know. What about yourself? What is your thoughts? Whoa. I'm trying to find. I have to find a vehicle, but I can't see one. Yeah, mate, the likes of Shermetty, like, you know, if we're being honest, I mean, that man spent, what, £15 million on him at Aberdeen? Um, you know, and then, you know, he didn't score a single goal in the 2 years he was there. And then for some weird reason, he thinks that he's good enough for us, you know, to spend another £8 million on him. That's what scares me, mate. You know, it's like if we let him spend any more of our money, we'll be sitting here very quickly. It could be squandered. Yeah, hopefully Asgard will come good. He's had a slow start, but he could still come good. Your man Gassama's a good player. Mikey Moore hopefully will do the business for us for the loan signing, but he's actually played well since, basically since Danny Rhodes come in, hasn't he? Because he was, you know, Rangers fans weren't really for him. And I'd like to see Finley Curtis though getting a bit of a more of a run out, you know. Go for it. I think Finley Curtis got it. I'm not saying he's going to be amazing, but you know, give him a few games here and there. I think he's done pretty well. If you look at the amount of goals he scored this season for us, he's done okay. Like for the little chance he gets to prove it. Trying to think who else is worth even talking about. Cornelius in the defense. Not saying he's great, but he's been not too bad. Um, the likes of Giga and you know the signing Fernandez for 3.5 million as well. Um, and I'm sitting going, you know, you're signing these guys, you're not even getting them. Like they're not even good enough to get on that team, and the team at the defense isn't good itself. 100%, mate. Problem was, you know, we had the chance back then. You know, what we should have been doing was is selling the likes of Morelos, Kent. You know, at the right time. You know, and then reinvesting that with better players. You know what I mean? And just keep reinvesting money every time players do well. You know, you don't want to see players go, but you reinvest the money. You know, whether we held on to Kent, we held on to Morelos, we held, you know, think of Barris, just think of Lindstrom, think of all those guys that made that European final, and every single one of them left for nothing, for nothing. Do you know what I mean? And you can't run clubs like that. You just can't. And that definitely did not help us. We have someone here. I 100% just likes of just watching him here doing a rerunner. Gonna follow him. Um yeah, the likes of Lewis Ferguson, mate, the likes of Shanklin, but I don't know why we don't get these players. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why we don't go for them. It doesn't make sense. It's like it's as if we think we're too good for them, you know what I mean? And we're like, hold on a minute. Like look, our Lewis Ferguson's playing. I think he got Serie A team of the season for last year. And then you've got the likes of what do you call that? Shanklin, who's sitting there now, joint top goal scorer for Hearts and sitting top of the league. What does that tell you, mate? You know what I mean? No, it's not easy, but you definitely don't replace them if you let them go contracts go for nothing. You know, it's as you say. You know, it's if you're going to buy like Kent for 9 million or whatever or seven, wasn't it, from Liverpool at the time, and then if you're going to do that, but not replace, when the time's right, and just lose 9 million each time, you're never going to do anything. It's just not going to work. It's not feasible. Oh, there's a lot of shooting going on here. Hang back and see what they do, and see if we can get ourselves a wee victory. Maybe get into the next circle. Sorry, I went quiet for a second there because I was concentrating. Let me see. Oh, there's a huge amount of money for us at the time. I remember dreaming of it. Yeah, that's right, mate. 100% correct. Because the fans all wanted him at the time. And rightly so, because he played well. He was a good player. The problem for us is now, well, Hadji, yeah. Hadji did well for us, mate. Hadji's a weird one, because some people loved him, and some people did. I thought Hadji was a decent wee player, My brother thinks he's amazing. Like, he was raging Hadji left, because he really liked Hadji. But he was another one that gave you everything. Right. Oh. Oh no! Terrible. Yeah, Hadji. Barry, my brother Barry really liked him. We don't have players anymore that's like 100% full of shirt, Yeah, he actually was it not a video I seen of him on Facebook or Twitter last or during the weekend there he scored an absolute cracker for his the team that he signed for now. The thing is too, when he came back to us, he had that bad knee injury and stuff, and he was only sort of getting his feet again. So it was going to take him a wee while to get back to his best, but we were very quick on letting him go. But then this is the problem, like the Captain Thelwell and Martin, they made the decisions who they thought was good enough and who wasn't, and they didn't think he was. But I would say most of the players they brought in aren't any better, I tell you. No, definitely not. I agree. So the problem is, Kent on his day is better than what Gasama has, the alpha, you know what I mean? But then again, like, that's why we spent that money on him, we would do that at the time, but we didn't replace him adequately, like. But then, they got some money to spend this year, you think about it. About £40 million, I think they've spent. It's criminal. I don't know how your man Thelwell should be allowed to touch any more money to do for our club, to be honest. You know, you, he's the man to headhunt here for January. I don't know. Got someone coming in here. No, exactly. We won't. Not the problem. Because with your financial fair play, you can only spend so much. We're allowed to spend top heavy, at the start of the season. But you won't be able to do that all the time, as you say, mate. Definitely not. And this is why I can't be bloody wasted. Like, think of who we've spent money on here. Like, I know we've got loan signings, so a lot of them can go, at the end. But think of like, are you going to get the money you spent on Asgard back straight away? Doubt it. Are you going to get the money? I'm trying to think who else we've spent money on. But that guy Fernandez, it looks like we're never going to get our 3.8 or 3.5 back there. Don't think we're going to get our money back for Shamidi anytime soon. Fuck, when you think about it, it's quite fucking scary. Actually prefer that wee tactical, believe it or not, not now. I'll wait till I get a better one. Oh, one more shot. Let me see. You wouldn't be able to sell any of them we spent money on. It's hard enough to get money for the beds. Yeah, exactly, mate. That's the truth. And that's what the problem is for us now, because, you know, it's alright, the 49ers saying, sure, we've billions, you know. We'll throw in another 40 here and another 40 there. And but that's a per play rules, you can't do that. So, it's not going to do anything for us. Mayhemon's doing that, you know what I mean? Because you can't, it doesn't work. So what we'll need to do... it's a hard one. Just gotta hope that Danny Rowe gets a lot more out of them, basically. But I think he has in the league. You know, he's made us hard to beat. Like, what was it? We had a record there. Was it like 24 away games in a row? We had without a clean sheet, and we've got 2 in a row now, which isn't bad. Like, you know, you look at the likes of I'm trying to think. If you look at the likes of Hibs away, Easter Road's always a hard place, you know, for us to not concede, and we didn't, which was good. And then away to Dundee, you know, you know what we're like away to Dundee. We always cause problems for ourselves. You know, we got a 3-0 win. Even it wasn't amazing, but it was just a run of the mill, the way it should be, you know, and that's what's giving me a bit of hope. But I hope more than anything that Danny Rowe gets to be able to pick his own players for this next window, or at least gets a big input. Yeah, the problem is though, mate, you know, the frustrating thing with Rangers is that we don't give young players a chance, you know. That's the big problem for us. We've always been that way. You know what I mean? And I know you're right what you're saying there, let young ones come in, you know, let them and say to them, you know, you'll get your chance at the big league, win us a couple of titles, you know, or whatever when the time comes. You'll get your move, you know. But if you've got the position we're in at the minute, we've got we don't play them. We always hear, oh, they're too young, and you're going, you know, if this was the Premier League, look at Barcelona and all, mate, they've got young players playing their team there for what age, 16 and all? So they just play them if you're good enough, but we've got a weird thing with Rangers that we're like, oh no, we can't play him, he's only 21, he's still a kid. Like, you know, in the shirt, like, you know, and you're like, fuck me. At that age, you know, if you're not good enough to play at that age, when are you going to be good enough? Oh, that's terrible, that is terrible. But yeah, this is the problem. We'll see. But maybe your man Danny will be a bit different. You know, maybe he will actually, you know, maybe he could be a different style of coach and be like, no, I'm going to give the young players a chance, you know. Yeah, no, mate, I agree with you. That's why I made a point there. Like all the clubs you just mentioned there, they'll play them. They'll say, right, come on, then, prove it. Do you know what I mean? If you're good enough, prove it. And they do prove it, do you know what I mean? That's why they give them a chance. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I'm hoping, because I think I've heard that as well. He's been giving young players a chance on Wednesday and stuff. So if that's the case, then that'll be good for us, you know. But they definitely need. I don't know what you think, Finlay. I think we definitely need experience in that team as well. You know, we don't have anyone with good experience. If you get me, we've got, you know. We just didn't sign enough players that sort of know how to win things, I don't think, in that last window. But listen, we're only 5 points behind them, and Hearts could fall apart, so it's still there, in my opinion, you know. Yeah, true, mate. It's gonna exactly that's the thing. It's going on that run, constantly winning week in, week out. And yes, so far we have, you know, since the new guy's been here, which is fair. But as you say, you have to do that week in, week out. But if we can somehow keep ourselves in a bit of an old battle until, I would say, until we play them in January, if we can be in still thereabouts, touching distance, I think we'll be, you know what I mean, that could be very interesting. Oh, didn't even notice that. Well, this is it, mate. That's the thing. If we can get ourselves sorted, until January, and then, as you say, if you can be ready quickly before that third game, you know, we just say if you're in touching distance, who's to say we can't have players in and ready to rock and roll on the first, you know, and have them in that for that Saturday. Hopefully. But it's all about winning, isn't it, now? You know, it's already saying all this. See, to be fair, I think most of us had. But then that's us, typical us for you, mate. We're getting our hopes up here. We're getting excited again as if we're going to do something, and we'll get our wee hearts broke as usual. But at least it's better, mate, having that hope, isn't it, than always being down the dumps. But you definitely enjoy that Monday show, mate, that Hands Across the Water, as I say. Me and Baz go live every Monday, and then I do like a wee Ulster Bears show on a Friday. I try to, anyway. But we've done wee memberships and stuff for people. So we're giving out different wee packs and stuff for people. You know, like sort of extra content and stuff for anyone that wants to become a member. So hopefully it'll be bonus content and stuff. So we're going to do like wee giveaways and stuff as well. Like wee key rings or bottle openers of Hands Across the Water sort of branded stuff as well. So we're in the middle of getting all that sorted. But you'd be more than welcome in there because it's good. It's always good crack with all them guys. They're really good people on the, you know, in the comments and stuff. The only reason I'm sitting on Fortnite here at this time is because we booked a wee week off, me and the missus, so I'm sitting here, I was sitting bored as I got stuck on the Fortnite. We stream at every Monday at 6 PM. As I say, we don't do daytimes because obviously me and Boy work full time. So we don't really get a chance to do it day, but it's a bit different now because I'm off for a wee week here, so I'm just chilling out on this. This is a different wee gaming account I have for me and the child, just me and the wee one. Yeah, so Monday 6, and if the Ulster Bear I try to do it at 6 as well. But we're actually thinking about doing, you know, when Northern Ireland are playing, we're thinking about maybe doing for members or whatever, you know, doing like what do you call it? Match watch-alongs. So like somebody else just be sitting watching the match in front of me, you know, and then just doing a live stream and chatting about the Northern Ireland games and stuff while Northern Ireland's actually playing. Yeah, a watch-along, that's it. Like for like the Northern Ireland, because Northern Ireland's playing on Friday and stuff, you know, and then we're playing Monday. So we're just, you know, because nobody does anything like that for Northern Ireland, so we're like, we could maybe something we could do, you know, for a bit of fun with the people watching. Thanks, Zoo. Yes, mate, after I finish streaming here, I'll go and do the same for you, mate. Thank you very much, mate, for that. Yeah, mate, I don't know if you're still watching at the minute, Finley, but if you are, mate, yeah, definitely agree. You get more Northern Ireland ones on and having a bit of banter and stuff. That's what it's all about. Here we go. Hey, get these on this quick, man. Oh yeah. I haven't even used that slingshot yet, so I don't know if it's any good. Oh, no bullets. Damn it. That gun is shotgun. Whatever this is, slingshot. Right. Homer Simpson's car. Right. Last 10. Can't see anyone at the minute. Oh, there's one there. He's gonna go for that head, isn't he? Everyone's staying on the roofs, nobody's jumping down. Oh no, I'm hardly hitting them there. God's sake. Only 6 left. That was close. There's Moe's Tavern. Oh. Damn it. I'll be back again soon.